Have you ever noticed that even before the speaker has introduced himself, the lecture very often begins with a question designed to hook you in? I'm Andrew Bossom, and I have a job title which sounds quite impressive and vaguely relevant. So, because of the way that the English language has evolved, I began this sentence with the word so. This is going to annoy a lot of older people, but that doesn't matter because my target audience is the kind of people who would begin their sentences with the word so. I'm going to talk about something that happened to me. This will give me the opportunity to talk a lot about myself, but it's an anecdote and so it contains a little bit of self-deprecating humour. In this way, I will be able to boast about my lifestyle and intellect, but in a way that makes me sound, hopefully, modest. I'm really an academic and not a stand-up comedian, so I'm going to pause and wait for an audience response that never comes. This is a nervous chuckle. Oh, I think I heard you cough there, sir. I mean, close enough, that'll do. But no, seriously, who hasn't had the same experience as me? Now, obviously, most of you haven't, and those who have never gave it any thought. But now I'm going to explain with a series of bullet points why this seemingly inconsequential thing matters so much. Yeah. Now you're worried. This is a quote by a famous scientist. This will make you feel good about yourselves because you've heard of him. But now I'm going to cite a scientist that you've never heard of before. Not only that, but I'm going to describe her as a good friend of mine. This makes you feel inadequate. And now I'm going to throw in a cute yet profound thing that was said by my 4-year-old daughter. So not only am I your intellectual superior, even my children are better than you. Okay, let's put up some kind of cartoon so we can all have a little chuckle. Better now? This is a word. Now you all know it, but I'm going to patronize you all now by giving you its dictionary definition. This is because I'm about to hit you with a very complicated scientific explanation. And this is it. Obviously, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell of following any of this, but you've listened very carefully to everything up until now, and so there is in your mind a lingering doubt as to whether the problem lies with me for not explaining things properly or with you for being stupid. The only thing you can do now is to pretend that you've understood. But what you don't realise is that in actual fact, I'm just hopeless at explaining this to lay people. And so, everybody else in the audience is in the exact same situation as you. But never mind. This lecture will be up on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it later. But it won't help and you'll be as confused as ever. However, you don't know that yet. So now we come to the important part. And this is where I put on my serious face, because now I'm going to tell you how to change your lives. You should start paying attention. 1. Do this simple thing. 2. Do this other simple thing. And 3. Don't stop doing the other simple things. So now you have a convenient list of 3 things, which is all you're going to remember from this lecture. You won't actually do any of these 3 things, of course, but you will enjoy telling all of your friends that this is what we all have to do if we want to save the planet. I've been Andrew Bossom, and I've just proved that they'll invite just about anyone to give a lecture these days. And now I'm going to stand around awkwardly for a few seconds because I've just realised that I don't know how long it's appropriate to appreciate your applause before leaving the stage. Thank you.